Hi there, my name's Scott, and I wanted to thank you for taking a few minutes to view my slide presentation. I hope you'll find it informative. Are you planning a trip to Jackson Hole, Wyoming here in the near future? If so, when you're here, are you planning on doing a little bit of golf? I sure hope so. If you're a golfer, you sure want to golf while you're here. If you plan on golfing, I've got a little secret to tell you. A short drive from Jackson Hole, Wyoming through the beautiful Snake River Canyon lies a small town called Afton, Wyoming, which happens to be my hometown. In a small community of Star Valley, Wyoming. Afton's kind of the hub of Star Valley. You may have heard of Star Valley. We're famous for a couple of things. Number one is the world's largest elk horn arch. That's right, those are real elk antlers over our main street. There's about 3,000 antlers on that arch. We're also famous for having the best water in the nation. Our town water is supplied by the world's largest intermittent spring, which is just up the road from this picture, a few miles. So I recommend that you actually get a drink of water. There happens to be a water fountain right here at the base of this antler. I literally water my lawn through my Rainbird sprinklers with the water that the world goes to the grocery store and buys in bottles. The spring water that you go buy, we're actually watering our lawns and putting that in the water troughs for our animals, etc. So recommend that you get a drink of water while you're here. It may sound like not much, but it's probably one of my favorite things of being here in Afton. How do we get our antlers? Well, we're not getting them from killing the animals. What we do is the Fish and Game feeds about 1,000 head of elk every winter to help them get through the hard winters up here. And of course they shed their antlers, and in the spring we gather the antlers and we use 3,000 of them to build our arch. We also have incredible scenery. We have world-class blue ribbon fly fisheries. There's 3 different tributaries going through Star Valley. So if you'd like to fish, I recommend that you take an extra day and fish while you're here. But let's get back to the golf. Star Valley View Golf Course opened up just last year, as of this recording, in 2010. It's a Johnny Miller signature course. It's not very long. It's only about 6,000 yards. So you don't have to be a big brute to play this, which I actually think it makes it more enjoyable for the average person. I want to show you a couple of my favorite holes. Number 9, kind of typical. 300 yards from the back tee is all, par 4. 220 from the front. But as is typical with this course, it's short par 4s, maybe not necessarily all have water, but short par 4s with well bunkered greens and bunkered fairways. There's actually a fairway bunker over here as well. So what do you do with this? You take a drive out and try to drive the green. You bring the bunkers into play. You bring over the trouble over the green into play, or do you play smart and just take a shorter club and leave yourself a simple little wedge? It's up to you. Obviously, it makes this course. That's kind of typical. Like I said, most every hole has an option of what to take off the tee, which will either bring trouble into play or eliminate trouble. Really like the whole approach. This is probably my favorite hole. Again, risk versus reward. My personal score, this is a 500-yard par 5 downhill, so in today's terms fairly short. But my personal results are as low as an eagle 3 and as high as a quadruple 9. As is typical for this course, if you hit good shots, you're rewarded. If you hit bad shots, you're usually penalized. What we have here is a blind shot, blind landing area over the pond. It's a dogleg right. Just over the pond, it doglegs right, and the pin is all the way over here towards this steeple area. So what do you do with your tee shot? Can you work the ball left to right, go around the tree here, and with the contour of the hole? Do you take more risk and work the ball right to left, cut the corner for a shorter second shot, maybe give yourself an eagle try? You take something, you just an iron or something, just go over the tree. There's lots of little options here, and it's an awful fun hole. The next picture is going to be taken right here on top of this hill. underneath that tree. This is the landing area. Again, this is the safe landing area, wide open. But the more risk you take by trying to get a second or shorter second shot, you bring in the fairway bunkers, you bring in the trees, and again the pin's way down there, downhill. Right there is the pin in line with the Afton Tabernacle, which is a very historic building built in 1904. And of course, check out our scenery. So I would like to invite you to come to Star Valley, come to Afton, check out our course. For the price of one round up in Jackson Hole, you can probably play 2 rounds plus have money left over for dinner for you and your significant other, and probably even have money left over for some souvenirs. So check out our website, starvalleyviewgolf.com. Our head pro's Aaron. He's a great guy, and there's the phone number to the clubhouse. I look forward to seeing you in our very, very special part of the world. Have a great trip.